It's called Bring Me That Shawarma. And it's a demo for a game called Bring Me That Shawarma. Do you want to play a little bit of Bring Me That Shawarma? Because we have to. It's a sandwich, right? English. 16 plus. You got 16 plus. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I sold my soul to the comforting store. They say that a man is made out of mud. These guys got a lot of blood. References to rotten shawarma, alcoholic beverages, other unpleasant, strange things. Okay. I can't see my mouse cursor. I can't see my mouse cursor over the game. What? Hold on. What? Excuse me? I don't have... It won't render the cursor over the game. I wonder if that's an issue because of full screen. Yes. It's specifically a full screen issue. I have... like 3x4 ass capture going on recently. There we go. Here we go. All right, let's let's Donair Kebab. Fear and Loathing in Samara. Release date February 8th, 2022. There's also Bring Me That Shawarma. And White Blood. There's clearly a couple in here. You know what? Hold on. I feel like
Jesus is the bread.
I feel like honestly, before I really get looking into this, I should check the store page to make sure that I know what I'm fucking actually looking at. Real quick. Hold on. So I don't play like so I don't, you know. So I don't play a titty game on my stream. I gotta make sure that I actually do. Because this is a bit. I really wanted to play this on the stream because of course it's sandwich themed. But I gotta make sure. Available for free on itch. No, okay. Let's play Doner Kebab. Mog, how are you? This work is exhausting. I hope you don't have to worry about Doner Kebab being unavailable in your everyday life. Sometimes it seems that there's nothing in this gray, boring life that can make me happy. One day follows another and it goes on and on. Sooner or later it will drive me crazy. It's yet to happen because I found something worth living for. I'm talking about shawarma. It is impossible to imagine life without shawarma. Every time you think life is terrible, just order shawarma. This is effective marketing. It is a simple recipe for happiness. We had a doner place down the street and it closed down and I was sad. Actually, I'm honest. We had a doner and kebab, like shawarma. They did shawarma, they did pizza, they did doner. They closed down and we were upset. That's legit. It's too perfect, isn't it? Nothing in life is ever that easy. There's a couple of conditions. First, you need money, and second, not everywhere makes really good shawarma. Not everywhere. I think Oliver's. I think it was Oliver's. Well, the former is largely up to you. The latter is much more complicated. You're doomed if there's not a good shawarma shop in your neighborhood. Delivery doesn't always save the day either. Usually the biggest evil dwells within courier service, but that's not the point now. What? Before I moved here, I lived almost in the center of the city. It seemed like everything was within arm's reach. Entertainment, fashion stores, but as you might have guessed, one thing it did not have was good shawarma. And that food delivery was utter crap. Life there was completely gray and joyless, so I decided to run away here to the outskirts of the city. It's not the nicest place, but it's something you won't find in the center. Delicious shawarma. They walked into a fucking shawarma place and they just took a picture. This cafe makes the most delicious shawarma I've ever tasted. Save. Empty slot. Only here you can get a ton of sauce and meat. There's also shawarma with a special sauce from Chef Vadim. People in review. This is a Russian game, by the way. I need to preface this. This is a Russian game. So a Russian dev decided to make a horror game about not being able to get shawarma in the city. That's fucking awesome. People in reviews say it is several times tastier than a regular one and it is even more meat. An elite dish for true connoisseurs. It's a dream of mine to taste it. So why haven't I done it yet? Because it's the same price of 3 regular ones. I'm fine with a regular. It's hard to imagine how shawarma can taste better than that. What if I buy the special one and I'm disappointed? No way I'll take that risk. Maybe sometime in the future when I have more spare money. Here comes Chef Vadim. Put on your mask. Shit, I forgot. Everything's A-okay now. I'm going to order another shawarma to go. Maybe try to find more about that special sauce. Hey, Vadim. Hi, I forgot your name. I'm Katya. So, Katya, did you want something? I wanted to order a shawarma, medium classic, to go. Anything else? Can you tell me more about the shawarma with special sauce? How much more flavorful is it than the regular one? What kind of sauce is it? Does it use any secret ingredients? Buy it, and you'll find out. Oh, maybe next time. So, although it makes sense, he doesn't want to reveal his secret. Vadim. When I get home, I uploaded a picture of the shawarma to Pick Today. It's good to have such a wonderful cafe nearby. I don't go to any other shawarma shops. There's a reason I have bad memories with almost every one of them. Akimakura and frozen vegetables. One day I went to an anime store. I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I saw the Dakimakura of my dreams. I thought about it for a long time and hesitated because it costs a lot. Because of the price tag, I needed time to gather my thoughts. So I went to the shawarma bar that was nearby. Truth be told, I was hoping that after eating the shawarma, I'd forget about this stupid, expensive idea and just go home. Spoiler, it didn't work out. The shawarma bar was average. It was clean inside. Clean inside, and the saleswoman, cook, was polite. There's no sign of trouble. And then my shawarma was ready. The first thing I noticed was the dry pita, which was crackling and crumbling from my touch. Okay, well, she overheated a little on the grill. That's a common thing. Then something happened that shocked me. I took a big bite that was cold. Vegetables. Cold vegetables. The picture immediately came together. These vegetables had just been pulled out of the freezer, and then shawarma had been tortured in the grill for a long time, hoping they would warm up. It was a very horrible feeling I had never experienced before. I've had shawarma from the fridge. It was completely cold. But here, the pita, meat, sauce were warm, while the absolutely cold vegetables lurked in the depths of savory perfection. What a cringe! I'm never going back to that bar again. Salty shawarma. One day, I decided to order shawarma from the most hyped delivery service in town. Prices were good, however, free delivery started there at $50. That didn't stop me. After all, shipping to my neighborhood was only $3. I ordered 2 shawarmas and waited. 40 minutes later, the courier arrived. Since this was my first time ordering there, I didn't pay online, but chose to pay by card upon receipt. I thought I'd pay quickly and get my shawarma, but no such luck. The terminal was tedious and stubbornly unwilling to accept payment. It only lasted about 10 minutes until it worked, but it was like an eternity. When the payment finally went through, the courier left. I was alone with the shawarma. It seemed like it couldn't get any worse after that. Oh, wrong I was. The long-awaited shawarma was unbearably salty. What? How could it be so over-salted? What the hell happened? My crazy sister run by and drop a container of salt in the pot of sauce? Seriously. I can't imagine a person in their right mind would salt shawarma like this. That either happened by accident, or they decided to troll me. And one day, I heard a rumor that there was another shawarma shop not far from me. I decided to pay a visit there. That side of this cafe didn't look the best, but it's the inside that counts, right? Of course, it was even worse on the inside. Dirty tables, shabby chairs. Did they ever even clean this place? There has to be a balance to everything. There must be at least one reason why people come here and the place hasn't closed down yet. Maybe they cook good shawarma. At my own risk, I ordered the medium classic. It was just about the driest shawarma I've ever had. But I wouldn't be a pro at what I do if I didn't buy 3 in 1 coffee. Made the situation not so hopeless. The amount of gristle and other dubious elements in the meat was absolutely staggering. At least they started producing wet wipes with their logo. Enough stories for today. That is a shawarma dakimakura. Honey, if you're listening to this, You can currently hear the words coming out of my mouth. If you ever bought me a Dakimakura with a sandwich on it, I don't know how I would feel. Gonna go to work together tomorrow. At first I thought being a computer wizard was my dream job, but build custom PCs, troubleshoot problems, and enjoy what you do, but how wrong I was. Mostly the work of a master of the craft is cleaning old computers from dust. Also fighting the porno banners that most idiots got caught from download Guro hentai in some dubious site. A dream job indeed. It'd be nice if it paid well. There are rumors that other computer wizards are millions and just bathe in money, but that's not so, or not quite so. The slick ones make it a lot, but honest workers like me don't. The agency takes most of the money. You can work without one, but then you must find clients yourself, which is the extra bother. More than anything, I want to break out of this vicious cycle, and I have a plan to do it. But I'll need help from my sister, who is currently in therapy. She used to be strong and humiliate me, but now she's different. Medication has completely killed all her anger and hatred in her. I believe I can get those precious qualities back and point them in her right direction. That's not good. You don't want to have somebody go into therapy and then go and bring up the triggers that got them to be awful in the first place. The work week has finally come to an end. Today is payday. I need to celebrate by buying shawarma. 5 minutes later, I'm on the way to the shawarma shop. I'm tired, but the thought of a hot, delicious heaven gives me energy. I'm walking pretty fast, even running in places as if I'm late for a date. Although, in a way, it could be called a date. Because I love it, and our feelings are mutual. There is no limit to my joy. Nothing in the world can spoil this evening. But an unpleasant surprise awaits me. A notice hangs at the entrance stating that the cafe will be open for one final day. Today. My strength leaves me. Once I make it inside, I sprawl out on one of the couch-like seats. How is this possible? No, I refuse to believe it. This must be a joke, right? If so, it's a very bad one. It takes me about 20 minutes to regain some of my senses. Reality sinks in slow, painful bits. It's not a joke or a bad dream. This cafe truly is closing. And today is the last day. If I were to come tomorrow, then I would have lost the chance to savor the If I would have come tomorrow, I would have lost the chance to savor the taste of my favorite shawarma one last time. The thought of it scares me. That crispy pita, the succulent meat, that white as snow sauce. I remember the flavor forever. I'm going to order more shawarma than usual today. Much more. 50% off shawarma with special sauce. Today only. I'll take 2. Vadim, I'd like to order 2 shawarma with your special sauce. I'll do it all in the best way. Wait, it takes quite a while. Why is it taking so long? He's probably just doing his best and cooking with love because it's last day. I bet he puts his heart and soul into it. The shawarma is finally ready. I leave with haste. Staying there is so unbearably painful. I'm home. Gotta hurry up and get a picture with the shawarma. Didn't turn out that well, but there's time to fix it. My favorite fast food is getting cold. There's nothing but shawarma. There's some soda left over from yesterday. Time to eat. Bon appetit. Closing my eyes, I leisurely bring the shawarma to my mouth and carefully take a bite. The pita is soft and slightly crispy. Just the way I like it. Just a little bigger bite, and the sauce will flow. It took a while to get home, but the shawarma is still quite warm. The flavor. It's not what I thought it would be. It's not even up to the level of a regular one. What the? Is this a prank from Vadim? Is 50% off an excuse to cook carelessly? What's wrong with this day? My favorite shawarma shop is closing, and instead of elite shawarma, they give me something ridiculous. I had to immortalize this day in my memory forever, but now I just want to shove it out of my mind and into an abyss to never remember. After finishing one shawarma, I try the second one, but it's even worse. It was the best shawarma shop ever. I still can't believe it's closing. Free shawarma with no sauce. I remember the second time I decided to order food from my most hyped delivery service in town. Maybe they accidentally added too much salt last time, it'd be better. I ordered 2 pieces an hour before closing time. This time I paid immediately in the app so I could pick up the shawarma from the courier without any hitches. When it was 10 minutes to closing and the status of my order still hadn't changed, I got nervous. I was about to call support, but these orders had changed to dispatched. The wait took 2 hours. They finally brought it to me, and as an apology, they put in a third shawarma for free. How generous. These people know how to apologize. But looking more closely at the paper envelope, I noticed there was a check mark for no sauce. No sauce. I thought things like that just didn't exist. Who in their right mind would order shawarma with no sauce? There was also a check mark for cheese, but I didn't pay attention to it. That was a mistake. I didn't believe until the last minute that the shawarma was actually with no sauce. I took a bite. It really was without sauce. Unfortunately, it was not the only problem. Literally right away after a strange taste, like something had gone bad, I soon realized it was the taste of cheese. The situation with the shawarma bar, typical Oleg, was quite on the schizo level. I recently ordered a shawarma with a double portion of sauce, french fries, and juice. With delivery. The order arrived quickly, and the courier was polite. I was really hungry and didn't bother to check my order when I received it. But the first question I had upon unpacking was, where are my fries? Why is the sauce in a separate bag? Whatever, I'll deal with it later. The most important thing is that the shawarma would be delicious. After taking a bite, I got the answer to my first question. Who puts fries in the shawarma? At the same time, with the sauce separately. Is everything okay there? Driven by righteous anger, I called the hotline. Support said they only sell french fries as part of the shawarma. What the hell? When I asked about the sauce, they couldn't find anything to say. At least they didn't spill the juice on the shawarma. I'll never order from typical Oleg again. Enough stories for today. I don't feel well. I try to get out of bed, but suddenly, everything around me goes dark. Where am I? This doesn't look like my room. That sound. Is someone yelling? It's far away, but slowly it comes closer. Did it stop? Oh. Oh no! What is this? Oh, what are they doing in the pod? Are they yelling? What the hell is going on? Get out of there! Yell somewhere else! I barely chased those freaks away. Where do they come from? My stomach's churning. That's better. Oh. Okay. Just need to drink some water and I'll be fine. I turn on the tap. As the cup fills, I fail to realize anything has gone wrong until it's almost full. What's in that glass? Something white and thick with a nasty smell that's so familiar. Is that rotten white sauce? Is that rotten white sauce? The glass falls out of my hands. The room plunges into darkness again, and then a white, oily substance drips on the walls. I don't go any closer. It's clear what it is. Donair sauce. Those yells started to get close again. I freeze in shock, not knowing what to do. Claudia, come here quick. I hear an unfamiliar voice, but from where? A moment later, someone drags my arm. Grabs my arm and drags me into the bathroom. We're safe now. But another second, and he would have gotten you. Who's this? I stare in amazement at the girl standing in front of me. She looks good-natured and cute, but she's a shawarma. This is a shawarma. There's tomato. Don't you recognize me? She senses my confusion. No wonder, because it's written all over my face. I take a closer look at this stranger. Her dress is very crisp. The frills on it are so juicy. The cute bow around her neck is appetizing in the way that makes me drool. And the whole sight of her reminds me of the main joy of my gray life. How did I not realize? You're sure. What can I say that sounds normal? What can I possibly say? You can call me Shawarma. The girl gives me a lovely smile that immediately overshadows all the misery of the evening. Nice to meet you. I extend my hand to a greeting gesture, but suddenly I see, oh, what is this? Oh God. Oh, gross. It's dripping everywhere. It's in my hand, it's in the sink, it's in everywhere. There's nothing but white sauce. Shawarma gives a startled scream, and I try to close the tap, but the flow of rancid liquid doesn't stop. The situation worsens. The sauce not only spews from the sink, but it's running down the walls and leaking out of this toilet cistern. From somewhere far away, savage yelling approaches us. Oh no. Oh, this freaks back. No. There's something wrong with that yell. It's even creepier now. Splash. Makes me turn around. In the dark corner of the bathroom, a shapeless slurry turns into something horrible. My life will never be the same again. My head hurts. I feel so bad. I can't see. My eyes are blurry. Shawarma's shout brings me back to reality. She runs out of the bathroom. I sprint after her. Is it safe here? Shawarma hides behind my back, peering intensely into the darkness of the doorway. I try to catch my breath. Lucky for me, there's silence. No yells, no vile sauce. Christian, I'm playing a game. I'm playing a game called... Bring Me That Shawarma. This is a shawarma woman. And that was a funny creature. He's made out of donair sauce. I try to catch my breath. Luckily for me, there's silence. No yells. No.
Come.
We can't stay here. We have to leave as soon as possible. I step back and try to make out Shawarma's face in the semi-darkness. She looks so scared. If my condition were better. I'd certainly find it cute. You're looking very pale. Are you feeling okay? I don't understand what's wrong with me. What's wrong with my apartment? Why is everything coated in sauce? I think it's after me. If I'm caught, I'll be hopelessly spoiled. The thought of that disgusting white sauce touching this beautiful creature makes me even more horrified. If only there was something I could do to comfort her. The situation is Wait a minute. Something's touching my leg. I look down and sauce is leaking up from under the baseboard. Oh, he's back. Something bubbles in the corner again, and a familiar silhouette appears next to the refrigerator. Holy pita bread. What a stench. Nadia, please, let's get out of here. There's no need to tell me twice. I fly out the doorway, dragging Shawarma with me. We barely have any time to leave the apartment before the white sauce floods it. Put on my jacket and scarf in the stairwell as we race through it. Scared as hell, we fail to realize we stumble upon the park in our escape of the macabre. Feeling safe. We stop to catch our breaths. My house is gone. All I have left is a coupon for shawarma, just stuffed in my jacket pocket. I'll never use it because that shop sucks. Are you okay? I turned around to face Shawarma. Well, hey, I met her, so things aren't that bad. I feel better now. The fresh air helped. Only now I realize in this cold weather, she's wearing a thin dress. You're freezing. Let's go somewhere warm, at least to the store. Don't worry, I don't feel cold. I never get cold. What else would you expect from the perfect shawarma? But I wouldn't mind going to your favorite shawarma shop. Maybe there we'll find out what to do with your god-awful white sauce. It's a good idea. We're lucky it's open 24 hours a day. We walk leisurely towards the park exit. The entire time, I cannot take my eyes off Shawarma. Is a glow coming from her? Maybe my life would have been better if I met her sooner. It would have filled my tedious... No, it would have been filled without tedious gray days and lonely nights. It's never too late to change everything, right? I start to immerse myself in fantasies of a beautiful, bright future full of happy moments and the best shawarma of my life. The real word slips away. Except for my new companion. She looks frightened again. Honey, what's behind your back? I slowly turn around. Oh, it's them again. Run! We run away, saving our lives and the rest of our sanity. This can't be real. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. It's happening. It's real life. This is a Russian developer who made 3 horror games about shawarma. There's more than that in the full release, but there's 3 right now. I think we got away. I don't think so. I look to Shawarma, who's shaking with fear. What's wrong? I can feel them getting closer. There's yelling freaks in a pot. I try to listen. Indeed, there's a growing hum rapidly approaching us. They won't just leave us alone. I'll have to deal with them once and for all. I won't let those freaks scare Shawarma any longer. A moment later, they're already in range. Is it just me, or do these things get blacker and blacker every time? And yelling louder. Hey, you. Stop chasing us. There's a shawarma place 3 doors down from you right now. There was a shawarma place that we had literally talked about earlier that closed down, and it was sad that they closed down because it was the first time I had donair in a long time. It was good. Stop chasing us, but they shake violently. I smash snow together in my palms and chuck the freezing ball at those yellers with all my might. Ha! Bullseye. The freaks shake and yell harder than usual. This is what I look like when I'm walking to my car in the parking lot. Didn't like it? Without thinking, I launch another snowball, but the devils dodge it. Damn it. Katya, watch out. After their successful maneuver, the yellers go on the offensive. A flurry of snowballs smeared with soot and dirt fly out. Why are they throwing snowballs? They're throwing snowballs? They can just attack. They're in like a pot. It happened so fast, I'm unable to dodge. Hey, how about this? Without time to ponder a next move, I send in a few more snowballs in their direction. Not all the icy projectiles reach their target, but one does hit the loudest of the bunch right in the forehead. The freaks squeal. Oh my god. The freaks squeal as if it's a stone and not a ball of snow. Aim for the head! Exactly. A battle. To the death. My enemy's too strong. And for every 5 snowballs thrown, I received 10 in return. Head to toe, I quickly became covered in mud and soot. All my hands are frozen, as I don't have gloves on. We have to retreat. No, I could still fight. With difficulty, Shawarma leads me away from the battlefield. After some time, the wild yelling fades. Slowly but surely, we advance towards our goal, but their strength is running out, and the darkness around us starts to thicken. I can barely stand on my own feet anymore. Shawarma's helping me walk. The bitterness of defeat also keeps me upright. Just a little longer, I definitely would have beaten them. I don't doubt it, but a wise warrior should always know when to retreat, says the shawarma. Says a talking, intelligent, sentient shawarma, who I want to eat. You're right, I need to recover, and there's only one place to do that. To the shawarma shop. Shawarma. We did it. This place looks different now. It's as if the darkness swallowed it. Although, maybe it's because I've never been here at night. What if that awful white sauce is waiting for us inside? Nothing feels unsettling, though. However, there's unusually strong aura of tranquility emanating from this place. Filing me under streamers that smell like ground beef. I don't smell like ground beef. I just smell like beef. I glance at Shawarma, and she moves with approval. We hurriedly enter. Zip. Inside is the same as usual. Nothing has changed. Is the shawarma shop still open? I guess so. This is my chance. A chance to taste their delicious shawarma one last time. Forgetting everything in the world, I head for the cash register. Hi, Vidium. You're here for more? I can't say I like that shawarma with the special sauce, so I'll get the regular one this time. The regular one? Yes. Suddenly my eyes begin to darken and my legs stop holding me up. Hey, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think so. I'm going to call an ambulance. We got a typo. Streamers that spell like ground beef. Likegroundbeef. That's understandable. That makes more sense. Sausage Rolls Royce. We have a patient admitted today. Looks like food poisoning. Thank you for the butt. A little while later in the shawarma shop. As I expected, she's back. Does that mean everything went according to plan? What do you mean? What do you mean? Something definitely happened to her. Did she notice it wasn't like regular food poisoning? Probably thought the sauce had gone bad or something like that. But she doesn't know that I just can't make bad shawarma. That last one was special. Especially for foodies like her. But I can't know for sure if he sees her. The human mind is the greatest mystery. Perhaps if I were human, then I would have a better understanding of what's going on with her. There's nothing to regret. I will be the envy of many Earthlings, since I have the status of Solar System Shawarma Master. I want to be the Solar System Shawarma Master. Today, I took a big step forward toward the perfect shawarma recipe and the title of Grand Shawarma Master. But the experiment isn't over yet. She said something about the last day. Do you really think I was closing my restaurant? What a silly girl. I just wanted to move into the big cozy place on the next street over. That was the demo version of Fear and Loathing in Samara. Doner Kebab. There's also Bring Me That Shawarma. We'll do that one. Do we do that one last? Katya is discharged from the hospital after food poisoning. After a while, strange changes are happening. Oh, well, we got to do this in order then. It's like a sequel to Bring Me That Shawarma. And this one's Vadim. Well, I guess we got to get brought shawarma. So, will our protagonist be able to deliver the shawarma and still stay alive? Katem at 3 21 maybe. Habitat P3 Moe. Just reading Cyrillic like by the sounds that you think they would make in America is awful. It just turns into making noises. All right, let's play Bring Me That Shawarma. Excuse me. Food delivery, $10. Finally, the first order after 4 grueling hours. They're in Tkachevskaya. Tachevskaya. Dry pizza. Dry pizza? Why do you want a dry pizza? My time's over soon. I'd much rather just sit until the end. Unfortunately for me, now I have to go somewhere for an order. What's wrong with this life? I've been working properly for a year and always doing my best. But in the end, no orders, no money. Clients complain all the time. What's the point of this courier rating if there aren't many orders anyway? Flexible work schedule. High income. Bonuses, discounts at restaurants. Sounds like a dream job. Bullshit. I don't even have money for rent. And the problems with clients are more absurd than the other. Navigator can't find the right house, and the customer cancels the order when I'm already halfway there. People act like they don't want their food at all. Recently, I made a delivery to an upscale neighborhood. At the entrance, I met the concierge, but she didn't want to let me in. I immediately called the customer, and he flatly refused to come get the food himself. Our company's support service was no help to me either. From the beginning, I didn't like the concierge. She looked like she'd been a patient in a nut house when she was released yesterday. Not to mention her eyes were sly, like the damn bald dude who put dill in my shawarma once. What's a big deal in that shawarma? She clearly gathered all the wisdom of this life, rolled a joint out of it, and smoked cheekily in the face of anyone who had the audacity to cross her path. I didn't and couldn't want to trust her, but had no choice. I couldn't think of anything better than to bribe and ask her to deliver the order to the customer. Of course, she kept both the money and food, so I got fined. But in this case, the customer's behavior and complaint could still somehow be understandable. Once, the restaurant forgot to put napkins in a bag, and so the customer complained to support that I had stolen them. Genius. Nothing more to say. The jerk-off couldn't have checked the receipt and asked me since there was always a couple tissues in my pockets. But as you already understand, the courier is always to blame. Of course, the strongest foundations of success are built from the stones thrown at you, but my nerves seem to give up before they're built. This time I was lucky. Everything went without incident, but in the end, I'm still not particularly happy about it. I feel like I'm learning less and less every day. What's next? Will they stop giving me shifts? I think it's time to consider changing jobs. As last resort, I could try to get a position at the newly opened vape shop. 19 minutes till the end of my shift. Might as well start slowly walking towards home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this? An order of 20 shawarmas? And one is a gift? One as a gift? That's a total of 21. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. 21's my lucky number. The stars have aligned. This is clearly a sign that it's too early to leave this job. After accepting the order, I went to the shawarma restaurant to pick up the food. Restaurant 21. I finally arrived. Rot bar, typical Oleg. How is the large order? How's the large shawarma? How's the large shawarma order coming along? Half of it's done. The rest will take another 15 minutes. Order's pretty big, so no wonder it's not ready yet. Whew. I might as well order coffee and talk to the cashier. I've always wondered why the sign changed from the grill to rot. It's a long story. Not like I'm in a hurry. Fine, then listen. There was once a businessman named Oleg. He didn't care what he invested his dough in as long as Oleg was in the name. That's how this place came to be. At first, everything was fine, but over time, the management began to save on the ingredients and the quality of shawarma deteriorated. An act of rebellion was staged by school children who constantly kept correcting the word grill to rot on the sign. The phrase, "I loved you, Oleg," has become a local meme. So the quality of the shawarma here is so-so? Yeah, but I didn't tell you that. Who would want to order so much shawarma from so far away? Surely there are better shawarma restaurants like that in the area. What kind of address is this? I've never been there before. Where exactly did the order come from? Nizhny Podzik Street. Instead of the cashier's voice, I heard a different one from somewhere behind me. When I turned around, I couldn't even immediately see the person who was talking to me.
Hey kid, it's a very dangerous neighborhood. You should stay out of it.
What's wrong there?
Real evil has taken up residence there.
What do you mean?
The reptiloids have had their eye on this place a long time ago. I know since I lived nearby. It all started with strange animal behavior and those damn magnetic storms. The sun was in its every 11 years active phase. And then those damn aliens heard every word I said.
How are those things related?
You don't know such simple things, little kid, so listen here. On days like this, when you say something, the solar wind picks up your words and converts them to vibrations of torsion fields. The alien tentacles pick up these vibrations.
You said they're reptiloids. How do they get tentacles? In general, torsional fields are completely nonsense.
Live longer than me and you'll understand this world is more complicated than running around with orders, young scumbag kid.
Don't tell me what to do, Granddad. I noticed an ominous glint under his hat. Ah, you pissed him off. What makes you think that? If his artificial eye comes out of the socket, it's not good. But it said that it sends arguments and flies out. It could even cause a wound like a bullet.
What are you whispering around, Greens? Where is this world headed if young people have sucked the bottom of shawarma instead of brains? When you see a doggy round dance, you'll know what a granddad was talking about.
Look, I graduated. Order for 21 shawarmas ready. Thank you, beautiful, but kind of weird cashier. You rescued me in time.
21? They're having a party. I know what I'm talking about. Shawarma is very popular with them. It's all they eat. It's like nutrition bars. Listen to me. Drop everything and run away while you're still alive.
In my haste, I packed the order into my bag. All the shawarma fit in my backpack except one. What'd I do? Damp it down a little more? No, it was already full, and if I press down any harder, the shawarma's bottom will burst. Since there's no free space in my backpack, I put the last one in the pocket of my jacket. It wasn't deep, which made the shawarma stick out of it halfway. Hope I don't lose it. I heard the exit while the old man kept talking. The shawarma flopped in my pocket on the floor, so I stopped to pick it up.
Look, you're going to bring an offering right in their clutches. Are you going to betray the human race? I'm sick of this, dude.
Show Granddad where crayfish spend the winter. The old man is too annoying with his buzzing about conspiracy theories, but responding rudely to him is a bad decision. Roman is now one of the ingredients for shawarma in this bar. Damn it. I just picked the fucking shawarma up. Don't notice the old man's mistake. It's useless to replant an old tree. Guided by the simple truth, I ignore the old man and just walked away. On the way, I kept thinking about what he'd said. None of those words made an impression on me, but I also noted strange things were happening around me as of late. There's a story on TV. I didn't really watch it much, but sometimes I turn on the background when I'm playing Digger online. There's always some conspiracy nonsense on. I don't even know what it's playing. There's that time. It was certainly that story caught my attention. There was a report about a girl who had her shawarma stolen right out of her hands by aliens. She was walking in the park one evening, enjoying her meal, and then suddenly they, flying overhead, took the shawarma with their light beam. Bullshit. Does anyone really believe what's shown on that channel? But after today, I can guess who does. The story isn't too concerning, but the distorted screams that sometimes come from the alleys at night, I don't know how to describe them. It's like someone shouting. More likely yelling in different keys, and it gets interrupted. Fragments are looped, rewound, and distorted like some game with a lot of bugs. Makes me wonder if the world's a matrix, but I reassure myself that maybe it's just some wandering DJs having fun. And doubting my own reality goes against my beliefs. It's not all the weirdness I've noticed. I live in the first floor, and I'm used to having people hanging around under my windows all the time. Every Tuesday, from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, the pensioner in my apartment complex stares through the window. It at first annoyed me, but I decided to look at this situation as it benefits me from a philosophical point of view. What do I care about this harmless old lady? If she doesn't bother me, let she do what she wants. But 2 weeks ago, I noticed something strange. She always stood practically motionless, but this time, her stillness was too unnatural. There was something strange, even frightening, about her appearance. I saw that same pensioner in front of me, but all those sentries were screaming that something was wrong. Exhausted by uncertainty, I went outside and approached her. Everything in me froze with shock when I was close enough to see properly. I discovered that a cardboard cutout was standing instead of a real person. What the hell is going on? Who did this? Why? These questions worry me to this day. The next week, the pensioner returned, and I could breathe a sigh of relief. It's amazing what the people can just get used to. Wait until you hear this plot twist. As I returned, pigeons began to sit in strange circles like the witch rings that some mushrooms form. And some of the neighbors suddenly turned white. Sure, they were all taken away by the riot police. Well, both the pigeons and the neighbors. Very strange, isn't it? Another incident happens on the train when I was going from another city on a meeting of Digger Online fans. And I had a strange dream that seemed more of a reality. I dreamt that I was going to the dining car to get something to eat in the middle of the night. I was separated by a single carriage, which from an hour ago, people were sitting. That was completely empty. There were no stops to unload them. It puzzled me, but I was glad more people's feet weren't sticking out of the aisle. When I reached the dining car, the situation took a surreal turn. Instead of people, creatures of an unknown species resembling multicolored octopuses sat everywhere. Okay. Their tentacles wriggled, making clicking and crackling noises as if they were communicating. They communicated exactly until they noticed me. They froze momentarily. Their eyes with vertical pupils stared at me. Many eyes. My mind became clouded and I don't remember how the dream ended. I woke up and couldn't sleep a wink the rest of the way, let alone left my seat. And the moon. It's been brighter than usual. What if Granddad's right? What if there really is something sinister going on in the city? Reptiloids, aliens, it's hard to believe such things, but I can't ignore all the strange occurrences around me. What should I do? A shawarma fell out of my pocket. Just as I picked it up, I suddenly noticed stray dogs. They were looking right at me. Or rather, at the shawarma. Damn it. I jump up on my bike and sprint forward while the dogs rush after me. Despite the fact that I was pedaling as hard as I could, the cute yet scary-looking mutts didn't seem to lag behind. I can keep going at this rate for a long time. There's a problem. The shawarma kept falling out. These hungry dogs began to close the gap, and one of them kept trying to catch the shawarma in its salivating jaw. Get off of me! I was ready for the fight to end. I was far from being superhuman, and after a while, my legs were ready to fall off. It seemed that nothing could save me, when suddenly, a flock of pigeons flew at the dogs. Fight? There's so many pigeons that flea-ridden canines had to retreat. I didn't tempt fate to shake each pigeon's shriven little leg in advance. Instead, hurried out of there. What the hell was that? Why did the pigeons suddenly attack the dogs? Maybe. They just got tired of all the loud barking that echoed throughout the neighborhood. I mean, it's possible. Those pigeons also have red eyes. They could be working together. Don't discount the fact that the pigeons and the dogs could be working together. You don't know if your cat and the local squirrels are commiserating, right? You don't know what's going on. You have no idea. And I think the thing you got to keep in mind when it comes to stuff like this is who the hell knows? What about the shawarma? It's still here. Only by some miracle it didn't fall out of my pocket again. It just took too much energy. It'd be nice to have something to eat. I looked at the shawarma. Even though it was all crumpled and the sauce was leaking in places, I still had a desire to eat it. I have no choice. After all, there's 20 more left. When the customer notices it's missing, it'll be far away. I unpacked the shawarma and took a bite. Instead of the usual stuffing, something dark and incomprehensible was looking at me from inside. It was staring. 2 orange eyes of a small blue head. Hell. Instead of shawarma, I had a pigeon wrapped in pita bread. The bird broke free and flew away as the pita fell to the ground. My whole life and universe flew before my eyes along with that pigeon. The words of the old lunatic from the bar began to echo in my head. How could I be so blind? After that, there was no doubt. I had to escape. Doesn't matter where, just as long as it's far from here, to Siberia. In half an hour, I was already at the border of Samara. The road ahead was not an easy one. The shawarmas in my bag should last me a long time, and by the time it's over, I'll be safe. The first thing I'll need is Granddad's number. He might be my only ally in this crazy world. Ooh. I can't. It's part of the customer's order. I had to load it back. Here's the house I need to deliver food to. It felt like it took forever to get here. Small victories had come to life, and the feeling of imminent success has made me forget about the pain in my legs for a while. The place is terrible. Even without a navigator, it's quite difficult to find it, and the yard's a real garbage dump. Not to mention the building looks like it's about to collapse. Of course, shawarma fell out of my pocket again. God, this place makes me feel so uncomfortable. Intense moments, it usually helps me chat with others. I'm actually quite an outgoing person. You can get a lot of interesting ideas from talking to people, and extraordinary people have always inspired me. And even that granddad, we could have had an interesting dialogue if I had more time and less impertinence. So now, I decided to look for someone to talk to, and if there's people here, of course. Ooh, there's that pretty girl out for a smoke. At least someone around here is normal. I think I'll talk to her while I have time. Hey. Hi. Don't many people live here. It's only a first glance. Huh, maybe. I got a very large order for shawarma. You need to get this department 17, don't you? Yeah. You're out of luck. Why's that? I've been watching this gang for months now. I can say with absolute certainty, something is wrong with them. Ever since they settled here, pigeons have been flying around the place. Some white substance is constantly spilled near their door. There's some unearthly mantras heard from the toilets every night. I wake up now and then because of strange yelling. That's not all. It would take more than an hour to tell you about the strange things that have happened here. You see, it all sounds so scary. All those weird yells. On the other hand, maybe she's exaggerating and she just has nosy neighbors that she's sick of. Maybe that's why she makes them out to be crazy. You made her believe me, but if you go there, I can't guarantee you'll make it out alive. Job is a job, and I have to do it. I don't believe in what I'm saying anymore. You shouldn't. Come on in. I'm just about done. The girl threw out her finished cigarette, and we went into the building together. I live in the 4th floor, and you have to go to the 5th. Suddenly, the light in the stairwell went out. How often does that happen here? Not often, but usually after the obscurity, the neighbors has reached an extraordinary level. Sure you still want to go there? Reached the 4th floor. The girl stopped and looked at me expectantly. Hell. What if these rumors are true? Granddad's words, a stranger's stories. All those things I saw with my own eyes. What if I do really fall into some creepy trap? Would it be better to leave before it's too late? So. Complete the order. I don't think trusting her is a good idea. What she said sounded more like ravings of a crazy person. Besides, I absolutely have to complete this order. After all, I can prove fateful. Not to mention the big fine if I don't do it. A job is a job. I didn't come all this way for nothing. As you wish. The stranger disappeared behind the door, and I went up to the next floor. I reached the apartment. Well, this story's coming to a close. The door was opened by a girl. I couldn't help but notice what was going on behind her. People were looking out from the corners in interest, coming closer. Looking at me with a predatory curiosity. How many of them are there? Here's your order. She gave me a very strange look and yelled, "Hey guys, dinner's here!" Someone's strong hand grabbed me and pulled me inside. The door slammed shut. Only a lonely, wrinkled shawarma was left lying on the doorstep. Go with her. Ow. You're right. Something bad is going on here. I'm going to get out of here while I still have my legs. I turned to leave, but the slam of the entryway door made me freeze in place. There were 2 pairs of footsteps on the stairs. The unknown persons were talking, and the only word I could make out was shawarma. Damn. We're too late. It's one of their gang. What do I do? You gotta hide at my place. Hurry up. We went into the apartment, and the girl immediately closed the door, securing each lock one by one. Lena. Roman. Circumstances are strange, but it's nice to meet you. Huh. Same. We took off our shoes, threw off our jackets, and went in the kitchen. Lena was hospitable and immediately made us tea. How long do we have to sit here? There's a noise coming from above, as if crowds of people were dancing right over our heads. Along the stomping, there were chants that grew quieter, then turned into an outright yell. Now I understood what the girl was talking about. Till morning, most likely. If things go wrong with this supply of shawarma, we could be here for a long time. I laughed. Despite everything, I felt safe now. Tell me about yourself. Where to start? I studied to be a philosopher, then I had to work as a courier. It may not sound very cool, but it was only for a little while. Oh, I even started writing a book. So far, it's mostly notes on my phone, but while I was talking, I looked around. The kitchen was quite cozy, despite the slight clutter. There's a pizza box next to the sink and the tea bags and a few candles scattered upon the table. Among the flower pots on the windowsill was some packages of pills, a roll of rope, a wick, Whoa, hold on. Girl I was talking to realized it was her turn to tell me about herself. Strange rumors in this building are not just about my neighbors. She smiled slyly. I felt uncomfortable. What a mess I'm in. I don't know what's worse, getting caught by cultists or a crazy BDSM fan. There's a heaviness. Oh, she drugged the tea. She drugged my tea. There was a heaviness all over the body. I tried to get up, but my arms and legs wouldn't listen to me anymore. I looked at the cup. I realized what a strange taste the tea had. Somewhere in the hallway with the shawarma from my jacket laid. pathetically. Damn. I'm dizzy. I watched helplessly as Lena took off my shirt and began to tie my body with rope. She kept saying something, but I wasn't listening anymore. Dancing and mantras of neighbors had reached their peak. I was totally freaking out here. It felt like the ceiling was about to collapse on our heads. They were really going wild today. Even the walls are wobbly. This is really happening. The whole house was groaning and shaking, and the pipes were howling like a pack of dogs chasing shawarma. Great. I'm double trapped. And all I can do is watch. What's that? Is it some kind of white liquid coming out of the pipes? Judging by the sounds, the neighbors began to panic. Nina stopped tying me up and turned her attention to the increased flood. Crap. They pumped that shit all over the place. The pipes finally burst and the white substance gushed out of the cracks and crevices that rapidly covered the walls. A wild thundering sound made my ears prick up. Before the building collapsed, I managed to look at the window. A huge yellow moon was shining in the ominous red sky.